Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
That was a brand new ad coming from the Biden campaign showing a clip from Donald Trump's Las Vegas rally where he says he doesn't care about the voters, he only wants their vote. And there's truth to every joke. And there isn't just a shred of truth in Donald Trump saying that he doesn't care about the voters, there is a lot of truth in it. He nuked a perfectly good border bill for his own political gain after spending months, spending years claiming there was a crisis at the border. A border bill that was endorsed by 18,000 Border Patrol agents saying we need this funding would help us, would help the judges, so the people could come through the proper way, but Donald Trump nuked it. He attempted to nuke Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, leaving millions of Americans without health care, and he had no backup plan. He kept claiming it'll come in 2 weeks, but it never came. He doesn't care about the American people. He only cares about himself, entrenching his power and staying out of jail. Someone else who's trying to stay out of jail and is not succeeding is Rudy Giuliani. We just got a new mugshot of Rudy Giuliani coming out of Maricopa County, Arizona. Rudy Giuliani pleaded not guilty to 9 charges against him after he appeared in court virtually for a hearing on May 21st, where a judge threatened to mute him. And during the hearing, the judge gave Rudy Giuliani 30 days to turn himself in to be arrested. And regarding that case, this article from Politico reads, Giuliani pleads not guilty to felony charges in Arizona election interference case. 10 others, including former Arizona Party Chair Kelly Ward, also pleaded not guilty to conspiracy, forgery, and fraud charges related to the case. And I'm going to read more about the case, but Rudy Giuliani has been having a rough few months. Look at this video of him drunk on stage cussing out Fani Willis.
Then I've got 2 prosecutors, Fanny the hoe, I'm sorry. Fawny? What is Fawny? Now, F-A-N-I is not Fawny, and I'm not calling her Fawny. I could drop the whole part if she just quit and go away.
An absolutely insufferable person. He deserves everything coming his way and more. I have some more clips of other Trump allies acting crazy in a second, but I think it's important that we all read about this Rudy Giuliani case. So, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani pleaded not guilty Tuesday to 9 felony charges stemming from his role in an effort to overturn Donald Trump's 2020 election loss in Arizona to Joe Biden. The indictment alleged Giuliani spread false claims of election fraud in Arizona after the 2020 election and presided over a downtown Phoenix gathering where he claimed officials made no effort to determine the accuracy of presidential election results. It also accused him of pressuring Maricopa County officials and state legislators to change the outcome of Arizona's results and encouraging Republican electors in the state to vote for Trump in mid-December 2020. During his remote appearance, Giuliani said he did not have an attorney and that he felt capable of handling the arraignment himself. Giuliani said he received a summons but did not have a copy of the indictment. He said he's familiar with the charges, though, by reading about them. Arizona authorities tried unsuccessfully over several weeks to serve Giuliani notice of the indictment against him. He was finally served Friday night as he was walking to a car after his 80th birthday celebration in Florida. On Tuesday, prosecutors requested a $10,000 cash bond after outlining efforts by Arizona authorities since April 23rd and the difficulties they faced. The judge required Giuliani to post a secured appearance bond of $10,000 as well as appear in Arizona within the next 30 days for booking procedures. And Rudy Giuliani honestly looks drunk in this mugshot with this crooked smile and his eyes that are barely open. I mean, this is a man who has reached a new low. He was once America's mayor. He could have retired a decade ago and gone off into the sunset as just a racist, but now he is a racist and a criminal. But I have an amazing clip of Vice President Kamala Harris talking to Brian Tyler Cohen about Donald Trump and his criminality and how his conviction was totally justified.
So, obvious question. You've been a prosecutor. You were a prosecutor for 30 years almost. Your reaction to the Republican nominee for president being a 34-time convicted felon, and for his party, a party that brands itself the Law and Order Party, falling over themselves to back him?
Well, I mean, let's level set. So, 6-week trial, 12 jurors of his peers unanimously returned verdicts on 34 felony counts. They reviewed evidence, they reviewed the law. His attorney actively participated in choosing that jury. His defense attorney actively made decisions about which witnesses to call, actively engaged in cross-examining the prosecution's witness, and they returned a verdict. And I think that when you look at what we've seen as the response from the former president and his allies, I mean, their criticism of a system that is a fair system speaks, I think, badly about how they prioritize the rule of law in America. The way I break it down is this. I think that part of what you can attribute to the response that you're getting from him is, cheaters don't like to get caught, and they don't like to be held accountable.
Incredibly well said from the VP, and that's what we need to keep reiterating. This was a jury of Donald Trump's peers. Donald Trump's lawyers had a say when picking out this jury. Judge Juan Merchan was completely fair and impartial the entire time, and Donald Trump has a long history of claiming that everything was rigged. The 2012 Emmys were rigged. The Iowa caucuses were rigged. The Trump University court cases rigged. And even the 2016 election, he claims that was rigged. Of course, 2020 and then his court cases. So why would we trust him about this when it seems like he is just a sore loser? The other day, Donald Trump welcomed up Joe Arpaio to the stage, the ex-sheriff of Maricopa County, Arizona. He's known for his racist treatment of the Hispanic community, not only racist, but torturous treatment, and the Biden-Harris team released this ad today.
Well, they call you KKK. They didn't me. I think it's honor, right?
Immigration sweeps of Latino neighborhoods, workplace raids, and the alleged targeting of Latinos during traffic stops landed Arpaio in court.
Immigration stops were unconstitutional and absolutely racial profiled anyone with brown skin.
The U.S. District Judge finds former Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio guilty of criminal contempt.
President Trump has granted a presidential pardon to controversial former Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
I don't kiss men, but I kissed him.
So what does it tell you when Donald Trump surrounds himself with the worst people possible? Racist election deniers like Rudy Giuliani, who are criminals. People like Joe Arpaio, who's also racist, also a criminal, also an election denier, was a sheriff who tortured certain minority communities. Everybody that is decently respectable, people like Mike Pence, who, trust me, I hate